Okay, welcome back everybody to the Bink or Bust Bankroll Challenge. We are on day 32. It is officially April 18th, um, month one, the 6 months, 2,500 to 100K bankroll challenge is officially complete. Our bankroll sits at $6,100. So we are actually about $2,000 above where we needed to be for the first month. So part one of six, um, actually rolling through pretty good. So obviously over the next, I guess it's 32 days, but between April 18th and May 18th, in order to, let me just think here, I guess we'll just call the lead. In order to stay on track, we basically need to be at $8,000 by the end of this month, which I would say, considering we have only played 32 days, we've played month one, we were sick and did not play for about 5 or 6 of those days, and we have managed to smash our way through our initial goal. I think we'll have no problem getting to that 8K, especially now because let me just think here. I'm going to go a little bit bigger. I think he has a jack a good portion of the time. And here with the 9, we're just looking showdown. So with the 6K bankroll, we now have 30 bigs for NL 200. And just like going from NL 50 to NL 100, when we do hit 30 bigs, we'll start playing NL 200 more often, as opposed to needing like 3 kind of whales, or be on the left of a couple fish kind of thing in order to shot take. So we'll be doing more of that, but we had a absolutely fantastic day yesterday, so we will pull up the poker graph. Don't need to support anything. M. Quan, check here. That one's really small. Everybody needs 3 suited 10 portion of the time. And by some, I mean pretty much always. A little bit less against mid-position opens. I actually thought he was cut off there. I don't know why. Cluton must be sitting out, that's why. So I guess he technically was cut off. And we are going to ice the King-Jack. But yeah, so yesterday we had, it was a pretty rocky day. We were kind of all over the place at first. Just give me a second here. Get that out of the way. Hold the 9-8. Pocket 9s. We're going to be 3-betting. Fold the 10 deuce. King 9 suited against the mid-position open. We do low frequency 3-bet it, but I'm pretty sure the cutoff's King 10 against MP. King 9 would 3-bet against cutoff for sure. So we 3-bet. J Jingo stacks cold calls. We are just checking here. And if he bets small, we're going to call. Misclick over here. Well, now we're going to just value bet. We do need to be cautious if he shoves. I don't know if we can fold, but if he shoves, like, he probably has ace king. But the cold 3-bet calling range is like 10s and jacks, so I don't think we can fold, because I think he will shove 10s jacks or call and then shove river first with 10 jacks. And we beat those, obviously, so. Alright, let me just see this table for a second. You gotta pay. When the tables get shorter, you gotta pay a lot more attention. And we're just gonna stab up here in the top left after misclicking pre-flop. And just goes check, 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 check. So I think that's fine. Him calling with 4 is fine. Okay, ace jack suited. We're gonna be 3-betting. Oh, yeah, that's right. So gotta get the screen pulled up here. So just give 2 seconds. Get that lit up. I'm just going to check raise here. And we'll check back the 8s. Against the fish, I think it's Probably we're gonna bet small, and the reason being that he will call 4s and 5s there. We do check raise, he calls, probably just shut down on the 3. Okay. Queen jack suited, interesting. And we're gonna ISO the 7s, call a shove. Again, gonna 3-bet the ace jack offsuit. Oh, that's interesting. I guess we just rip it. And we'll check down with the ace 10 now. We do beat some hands, like 9-10, jack 10. King jack suited is not one of them. Queen 9-6. And a 3-bet pot. I think we do a lot of checking here. He bets. So this guy won the bad beat jackpot the other day. And we do have some reads on him. But most of it, I think, involves going post flop a lot more. I'm just going to call the king 6 suited here. That's a terrible call. I don't know why I did that. Okay, and now we can mute the stream. Right, we are set up and good to go. And we're gonna ISO to like 8 bigs here. Interesting. Flip calls for 8 big. Now on this board, after the limp call, I think the money's just gonna be going in. His stack's too short for anything else to happen. I think folds. Okay. I was gonna say if he shoves, we're gonna be in a pretty terrible spot, but we're not gonna be folding pocket jacks there. He could have 10s and 9s and stuff. Also, 9-7's pretty cut off there for calling. Okay. So this guy limps. We get an ISO here. We're gonna squeeze it out with the jacks. He checks back flop. I think against him, if I check again, he'll probably go bet. So we'll just check call. But that's not a very good board. I think against a fish, we just have to bet here. He does call. Basically, we have two options. We can bet again. And then shove river. On this board, we're just betting. There's so much he can have here. I think I'm going to call here. We did expect him to just go bet. He did, of course, spike. Okay. That means moving the table. I think we want to overbet the 4 here. There's just so much in his range, it's going to keep calling. Like queen jacks, king jacks, jack 10s, stuff like that. Okay, I'm just going to pause for a second. I'll be 2 seconds, guys, and then we'll just get right back to it here.
Okay.
Alright. We're back here. Let's get reseated everywhere. And just do a quick check. Actually, quite a few. And 100 tables sitting. A lot of people won't sit, I think, better than you on their left. It's sometimes it is not worth it because it is pretty aggro with his 3-bets and stuff. So if you can avoid it, I guess it makes sense to not have them on your left. But I think obviously when there's massive fish everywhere, fish here, fish on our right, it's obviously well worth it. Just got to make some adjustments to it. Here, fold king 6, and then this hand back here is kind of crazy. Guy calls ace 5 off. So we are going to note that he ISO'd ace 5 off and then called a 3-bet with ace 5 off and then called a c-bet on king, 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 and then somehow checked down. We're going to value bet 2 pair now. Up here in the top right, they go a bit bigger and there's an open limp, so we're just going to go to 15 here. Alright, limp shoves. Sucks when we run into aces with ace king. Oh, he's got ace king suited. Okay, that's fine. Let's chop it up. No diamond. Okay. Heart. Oh, baby. Free rolling. Sometimes I wonder if this should be like a cash out. It's obviously not. Free rolling, right? Worst case, chop. Oh, it was red. Not the right one. He deuce fold. So, as I was saying, yeah, yesterday we had an insane day. That is muted, right? Yeah. So yesterday we played 2,500 hands and we ended up 700 in EV and up 800 in profit. So that was obviously a mega day. Ran pretty good, played pretty good, I think. But we were initially like all over the place. Like we were up 200. I guess we stayed up actually after these first few hundred hands. Thought we dropped. Oh, yeah, we ran up 400, then we dropped back to 250, then back to 4, back to 250, and then we just took off from there. And we're gonna ice the 7s, fold these 3 6s, as long as we don't time out, we'll raise. Yeah, so pretty killer day yesterday. I think I'm just gonna c-bet this time. Okay, let's put onto this tableau. And we take it down. Okay, we're gonna raise. We get this table out of our way. Obviously calling the 7s here against this like mid lead. Call again. Got the 7 high flush draw, so we're obviously gonna call again. And maybe he's milking us blind. It is what it is. Okay, now we'll just fold. And we're gonna ISO the Jack 8 suited. What do we have? Anything? No, I didn't. I thought he showed it. Fold Jack 3. Okay, we ISO. He calls, and I'm just gonna go small and double barrel. Now we're just going to check and block bet on the river. Okay. That's like a classic. He has a 10 line when he calls, checks back, calls river. He'll have a 10. It's a pretty significant portion of the time. King queen suited against a raise and call on the button. We're gonna ISO that. Alright, pick up pocket kings. This guy opens this time at 4x. Pretty good spot. We're gonna attack him again here. Alright, let's just... We're gonna fold to the 66 big blind shove. I don't know, barrel with the 4-bet. 26, 27, 28. I think we'll call with, probably have to call king queen suited there. Probably not that much else we can do. And given we have 2 fish with under pot size bets, I'm just gonna rip it. Okay, and we'll check the king queen suited. He bets, we're just gonna be folding, unfortunately. He checks back. So I think the way this hand plays out is we check turn, and then if he checks again, I think just shove river. Block kings, block queens, and then we hope he folds ace king. Let's go 15. I imagine he checks back tens, jacks, queens, kings, aces a good portion of the time on the swap. Fold here. Could be best to lead on the turn there, then shove river. And here we're just ripping. And against the fish, we're just going to c-bet. Fold the queen 6. Fold the jack 3. Fold the 9-8. But yeah. It might be a little too nitty for betting. You can see that I think you definitely have to call the 4-bet though. Fold the a6. Fold the ace 5, raise 4s. Okay, 9-7, we'll just let that go.